Hey y'all, it's If You Know You Know 411 TV. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. Thanks for tuning in. Wanted to get into some important things because I know everywhere's kind of buzzing, but it's important that we put things into perspective as we see them. Like most black and brown cities in America, what we're witnessing is the real times effect of post slave traumatic disorder, Jim Crow, redlining, and a war on blackness. Yes, a war on blackness. Despite overall declining crime rates, I know there's been a surge due to last year, the pandemic, but overall crime has been declining, and most cities have made commitments to increase their funding to corrections, the Department of Corrections. And what that means is they're going to be giving more money to jails, more money to prisons, pledge to housing inmates, okay? Let's just put this microscope on. So that's what's going on in America. We see that with our own eyes in every city. But, everyone can't get their minds off of O Block and, all of this drama that's going on. People love drama. But y'all have this drama in your own backyards. Everyone has this in their own front yards. Everyone either has a family member or they themselves or a friend has been incarcerated. Everyone knows someone that has been incarcerated. But let's just put the microscope on. Illinois has committed $1.4 billion to the Department of Corrections. And that number is constantly rising, okay? So let's just be clear that mass incarceration definitely targets specific places. You think, oh, if you do something bad, you're going to get arrested. But it's actually more to it than that in our communities. We know, not just hearsay, but research has made it clear that local crime levels is contributed to by the punishment of where people live. You getting punished for where you live, for schools that have failed you. We know that schools in our communities don't have over tenured teachers that are overworked. We tend to have younger teachers that are inexperienced because it's hard to. We know the dynamics. We won't even get into that. But our schools, the resources aren't there in our schools, and it's probably unsafe to go to those schools. It's just a lot. Maybe it's a run-down building. Our communities are lacking. We all know that schools are funded based off of property taxes. So if there's not much property tax investment in that area, therefore the schools will also suffer if the education funding is not matching the incarceration funding. So we're being punished essentially for the darkness of your skin. All of these different factors, they play a role into who is seen as a criminal versus who gets passed by and observed and checked upon as a criminal, increasing the incarceration rates. It's just A plus B equals C. A, where you live. B, what you look like. We could add another factor in there. You're not doing well in school, unsafe schools. Add another factor in there, poverty. You might be living in poverty. Not everyone who lives in a certain neighborhood is suffering the same socioeconomic factors, but some people are more impoverished than others. So all of these things would lead to possible incarceration. And what has been shown is that over 70% of black males in the west and south sides of Chicago will end up going to jail or be in touch with the criminal justice system. That is a fact. 70%, 7 out of 10, between the ages of 18 and 54. 7 out of 10 men between the ages of 18 and 54 will be likely to be subject to the criminal justice system. And they're going back to the same two neighborhoods. It's not all spread out. It's concentrated mostly in two central areas, the west side and the south side of Chicago. What do you think that means for the community? If 7 out of the 10 males are going to jail, what does that mean for the children who's coming up without fathers, without brothers? It's normalized. It's almost a rites of passage. If you don't, aren't you the weirdo? The minority of males aren't going to jail. So that's almost, you'll be an outcast if you don't go to jail. It's almost as if this behavior would be almost expected of you. You understand? It's a cyclical development. It has such a there's so many effects that it takes on our community. It is we can I can sit here for days. I wanted to make this a short video. I didn't even want to get into this depth of detail, but it's important when we're just taking a look at what we're looking at. Everyone is so consumed in this drama that's going on amongst these men and these families. But y'all realize why drill music has come out of Chicago, right? Because this national trend that we're discussing of, incarceration, increased spending, and the lack of funds and education and all of that, everything that we've been discussing, it's clearer in no other place than Chicago because they only go back to those two neighborhoods, the west side and the south side. So we see it so clearly in Chicago on this map. You see it better here than in any other city. That drill, it's so concentrated here. 7 out of 10 men, remember, 7 out of 10. I don't think there's another city that's matching that. Correct me if I'm wrong. You could drop it in the comments and I could come back and correct myself. But drill music had to come out of Chicago. It is an effect. It's one of the effects of what is happening. It just so happens to feed into the cycle as well. Because you make the song and you're expressing your pain, your traumas. You're doing it also as an avenue to come up and change your class. When I say change your class, move from a impoverished class, living in poverty, to you want to become upper wealthy. You want to become in the upper class, middle class, rich, whatever. So you're changing, you're elevating yourself. But now it's going to create enemies. You already had enemies. You understand? So, I mean, drill music was going to happen regardless. Whether it was going to, it's happening in Chicago due to everything, to the physical layout. But we see that it proliferated to every city has drill music now. Every city has it because this is a national trend. They're not the only ones going through it, but it came out of Chicago first because this has been going on for over 20 years in these very same communities. That's why when people from Chicago speak, they make it very clear, like, this ain't your regular, like, oh, I joined a gang, like I was born into it. It's different. You understand? So what can we do? What can we do? Because this is going just according to plan. It's going just according. It feels like a movie, but it feels historic, right? But this is what people have planned. I don't want to say who, but y'all know who planned this a long time ago. Y'all know exactly who planned this a long time ago. So what can we do? As you see, these organizations, they will kick back, put their feet up, grab some popcorn, and they'll wait so you can do your own self in. Then they come grab you up. Your mistakes is their investment. They want you to make a mistake. They want you to fall into the cycle. It gives them a job. So what can you do? What can we do? Well, stay tuned to my next video. We're going to get into all of that. I don't want to make this too long, but we have to help ourselves. Thank you so much for watching. If you know 411 TV gang, like, share, and subscribe to this video. Once we get to 100 likes, I'll drop the next one, and I have some exclusive content on the way I've been working on for you guys. Keep your eyes open, your ears open at all times. Stay prayed up. God bless you, and I'm out.